y'all for all them taps. I said we
Jamal, you
almost
got
at
some
150.
comedy for us?
I'm finna go home. Look, I said I'm finna get ready to go home. Okay.
A lot of hair. I ain't got that much to let them tell it.
A lot of hair.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, let's talk about where the
Ursula.
names come
Well,
from, y'all.
hell
Can we
yeah,
talk
I'm
about where the
Ursula.
names
I'm
come
calling
from?
big names. I'm Ursula. Whichever way you want me to go. We ain't singing not right now. I'm snatching vocal cords.
Yeah, you're going outside.
I know. I haven't.
Okay.
I'm big mooch. That's what I'm finna play. Y'all go back? Y'all go past where I say.
No, we can't take the gum. The gum stays.
The gum don't go nowhere.
The gum stays. It irritates me too. But the gum.
Wait a minute. Who child is this up here?
Wait a
No,
second.
sir.
Get that by.
Get your ass out of here.
Netra was walking away from the phone. Wait, I said, wait.
Girl, who kids is them? Y'all need to take y'all babies. Listen.
He won't smoke with C. He won't smoke with C.
Had me in jail over here talking about no sir.
He want all the smoke. Netra, give it to him.
He finna get a whooping. He finna get something he didn't want.
Give it to him, Netra.
Dion, he finna get something he don't want over here. I'm telling you now.
We got belts and
keep
extension
up with
cords
the
over here.
leprechaun letting on somebody's child stole their phone in the bathroom. Woo, Lord. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. Do you know where your grandchildren are?
Mm.
They talking about he had more followers than them. Probably do. Ain't no telling who the following list is either.
No, they out for some of y'all.
Hey, came here.
Something free.
So listen, for real. I be wanting to roast Kiana, y'all, but she be calling me. And now listen, on one of the bloggers' pages, let me recap some words I said. The other day I said I didn't call her the B word. And I have to come back and be a grown woman because when one of the bloggers called me, the first thing I said was B. So I got to apologize for that. But I'm really trying to keep this as comical as I can without people thinking we attacking one another. Because aren't y'all having fun? But let me tell you this to my little worker out there. Kiana told me today, I did call her the Grinch, Gargamel, Houdini, and what for? All of them. Everybody. That's every time I have a different look, that's who she is. She's a different look every day. You got to realize we're talking about a woman that rolls her face. Every day she's a different look. So tomorrow, ain't no telling who might be a gremlin. I don't know. Catch me when she stop rolling her face. And then we'll call her who we think she is. Until then, we don't know what's going on. All we know is she brushed her teeth with an electric. See, because listen here. She brushed her teeth with an electric toothbrush. And that's a flex for her. Okay? I don't like to know if my teeth gonna move. Listen, I don't eat hard candy because I love my teeth without cavities. I don't want an electric nothing in my mouth. She giving, that's all she got is electrical devices. Okay? Follow me. We're trying to keep it comical. She plugs up a lot. Okay? So, no, I don't want to get on TikTok and try to teach people how to brush their teeth with an electrical toothbrush when I'm teaching my grandchildren that. What are we comparing here? Toothbrushes? What the? Woo, I'm trying to keep it comical. But a woman with a tube of Colgate in one hand and an electrical toothbrush in another one is not flexing. God, thought somebody was at the door. That's not a flex, sister. A toothbrush ain't never been a flex. They give them out in jail for free. You heard me? They give toothbrushes out in jail.
Somebody was that nature, but I just don't be opening the door for everybody. But somebody down now. I'm just saying. I don't know. But they
And that's
disappeared.
nasty too. Because
Maybe they're
do
not
you
in the
brush your tongue? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You over there, that's why her tongue was so thick the other day. She over there talking about, I'm trying to teach somebody how to brush their teeth and stuff. I'm trying to teach somebody, and you forgot your tongue, sister. My mama wouldn't let us sleep out the bathroom without brushing our tongue. We had to gag. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
You don't know what gag is.
You gotta get the tongue.
You gotta get the tongue. If you did not get your tongue, it's like getting a CNA license without washing your hands. You're not gonna pass. Do you?
You gotta wake up, Just wake
Just
up.
don't
Is
feel
Just
good.
sleep? Oh,
She
that's
don't
what's
feel
wrong?
good. She don't feel good. Just throw some. Did y'all hear what I said?
I'ma stop. Never mind.
If you
Just why your
don't
mouth stop?
brush your tongue, it's like you just got a CNA license without washing your hands. You're not gonna pass, sister. You're not gonna get them. Not. You did not give toothbrush lessons good, so I know you don't give nothing else good. Put your jaws up, so them bad boys don't open wide. Okay? I'm trying to keep it comical. If it's funny to you, drop some laughing faces in the downstairs. Let me see what I'm working with. If this is funny to you and y'all want to see, somebody said we needed to do the kings of TikTok, kings and queens of TikTok. How that sound to y'all? The kings and queens of TikTok. Y'all remember Comedy Club? I told somebody today, I said, I don't know if I can just be funny on demand. My stuff is natural. I'm not, I don't know if I could go on stage and y'all expect me to make you laugh. Because, see, I'm going to cuss you out. If listen, I'm going to take a car full of folk with me. This is what we're going to do if I do this. I'm going to get me a rental van. And I'm going to get my FOE family. And I'm going to give them a speech in the car. And I don't give a shit about nobody else. If I look back there and y'all not laughing, and I'm talking about fall out your chair laughing. But I just don't know if I can come out in front of folk and just make you laugh on demand. I like to be a natural. I'm a natural high, as the folk used to say. I'm a brown paper bag back in the day, female. You hear me? I'm a natural.
Can I do a commercial real quick? Because I'm finna get out from down here real quick
Do what
commercial
you
real
do.
quick.
Do your best stuff, Robert. Do what you do.
Okay, so check this out, y'all. Hey, I'm off.
I'm out.
I'm out. So this is what I'm gonna do. I just wanna say, hey, can y'all tap? Because I'm finna get out from down here. So I'm just really wanting to have like 200 before I get home. That would be real good, for me, because I like the little taps and stuff. We appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I'm saying? We thank y'all for the gifts and the taps.
Oh my God.
We thank y'all for the comments, conversation, the laughs, all that. Hey, Miss. Hey.
Yes, you may, DJ.
Hey. But yeah.
Shirley,
So
y'all
can y'all
don't
get
forget
200?
the food
Y'all
party.
got about 20 minutes before I come back up here and get in the box. So
Man,
can we
y'all.
have about 200 in 20 minutes?
Cheryl
Okay.
said cuss. I
And
ain't
go.
trying to cuss, Cheryl. I don't want to cuss, Cheryl. I don't want to cuss. I'm trying to really clean up the cussing.
Did y'all hear me say go? Did they hear me? Did y'all hear me say go? Netra, you heard me say go?
What?
Did my volume stop? Y'all can hear me? Let me see. Is something wrong with my phone?
Oh, so Rover saying we got to do music. She said tap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rover.
Okay, now I'm finna drop. Yeah. Oh, I didn't do it. I know who did it. I didn't do it.
No, don't turn off the comments. Thank you. I don't like when they turn off them comments.
Thank you, Shiva. Listen, everybody tap. I got about 20 minutes. I'm gone.
The comments make the live. If your comment section turns
200,
off,
go.
the live ain't jumping. The comments make the live.
Never stop. You wanna be on top. Yeah.
No, waste that ass bitch tap in.
How you doing, Miss Netra?
Tap, tap, tap in. I love my comment section. We finna go DJ 899. You can go after this. We trying to get to 200K. We like our comment section. We don't like the comments off Miss Miami. Period. Huh? Period. Hey, this is good to me. Tap, 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 tap in my damn voice. Tap, 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 tap. Very good. Yeah. When I go to Diamond Gala, we is gonna turn up. And then we got Washington after that. What you say, Miss Netra? We is on it. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. We almost there, y'all. 200K. Can we get it before the song go off? Kev said we fix to start getting more taps. He said y'all took too long the other day. We got 1,000,000 in 2 hours and 30 minutes one day. It took 9 hours the other day. No, that is not acceptable, Kevin said. It is taking us too long. Let's go, y'all. You need a ride? Come on, let's go. If you get in my car, though, it might get in the car. This is good to me. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. This is good to me. We almost at 200K. This is good. Y'all listen. This is so good. Somebody here, we got some guests in the building. How you doing? Bum Bleed B and DJ 899. And hey, Miss Anaya, you went hard for me, baby. I sure appreciate it.
My voice is messed up because I was training it. I just came on to let you know that whole comedy thing, it's not comedy. You, Diamond, Petty Rowe, Kevin, and Rick the Ruler deserve that title, period, point blank. Because all y'all ain't comedy. Kev comedy sometimes, but Kev kick real shit. And Rick always kick real shit. Rick's shit ain't never comedy. You know, you just happen to be funny. Petty Rowe is funny, but you
Petty
get
Rowe, I was pissy over there last night with Petty
yes.
Rowe.
So that title is not comedy. Y'all deserve that title because y'all holding it down on TikTok, and that's what the fuck you deserve. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. I gotta go back and cook and close my
Thank you
mouth.
so much. I really appreciate that.
All right, bye bye, y'all.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hey, Black Special. Yeah, Chastity is a roaster. Chastity made me want to take my hair down a week early. But I thought about it, Chastity. I said, Chastity, I am not finna take my braids out. I don't care about this gray showing. I got one more week, Chastity. Leave me alone. Hey, DJ 899. But I thought about it, Chastity. You got me. Hey, DJ. Come on, mute. You on mute. You on mute. Take your time. Hey, Slim. DJ, you got something you want to say to us? Thank you, Black Special. You got something you want to tell us?
Hey, Mrs.Netra. I just wanted to come in and say that you are amazing.
Thank
You are
you.
number one. I don't care about what nobody say because I know you speak the truth when I see you out there doing it. I don't come on your page often, but I was watching you today, and I agree with you. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you.
Very special. I don't know you, but I know when I see you, I know you're a good person.
Thank you, Simon.
And you deserve the world. So the
Oh,
rumors
thank you
out there,
so much.
I don't care about them. You always number one in my book. That's the only reason why I wanted to come up.
Okay, this is good to us. I sure appreciate you. Thank you
Quite
so
welcome.
much. I
You're
really
welcome.
respect the kind words.
Yeah, you deserve it. And I'll fight with you too. If I got to jump off the bridge, I'm gonna be right there with you. We going
Well,
together.
I ain't going off the bridge, so you ain't got to worry about us going that far together. I love to live. You ain't got to worry about me
All
doing
right.
nothing after the holiday. I promise you. I
Okay.
ain't gonna
All
take you
right,
that
sweetie.
far. Baby, I love to live. We ain't gonna do nothing that we know gonna get us in trouble. That's what a lot of people. That was very sweet. I appreciate it. But a lot of people leave here sometime too early. I ain't trying to go early, so you ain't got to worry about me saying, "Come on, let's jump in and see how far we can go." And we're not going there at all. Period. Hey, boo. Okay, girl. Now I'm on my TikTok. Look at my cousin. Y'all, my cousin them here. Hold on, I got some family. Hold on, let me meet y'all. Just talk to somebody come up here. Sweet Wolf for y'all. Where you at? Come fill a box and keep them company for a second. I got some family here. Don't put your babies in here. It's some mean folk over here. We don't put cheering in the cameras.
What y'all doing in my block?
Baby. Tell them what my nickname was back in the day, Demetra.
Block?
Why they call me Block, Demetra?
Well, she ready to get on that big block. Y'all can't mess with big block.
I used to knock them out. How many hits from Demetra?
One.
Do
One
you
hit
hear
quitter.
me? One hit a quitter.
One hit a quitter.
That's what I used to do. But I don't do that.
That's how you do with the food. With the food.
I don't do that no more, y'all. I don't do that no more. My nickname was Block. That was back in the day. Cause I don't. That's why they talking about this reality show and putting us in a house together. I told them we better sign a contract before we go in. Cause listen, how far we going?
Yeah.
Cause I don't play. I don't play. I don't play. I don't play. Y'all know that song? I don't play. I don't play fight. I fight. I'm talking about biting, whatever. You're gonna let me go. Well, usually I don't have to bite because for real, they call me Block because I used to hit them one time and slide them down the wall. Then they drag them to the car. And then one day I'm gonna show y'all a video. Y'all think I'm lying. But one day I'm gonna show you. I didn't cook today to make sure I ate some fish from the stove. Woo, girl, I will bite you. Whatever. Don't get on me. Perfect, bro. So anyway, Traveler, y'all come up here and fill these boxes and keep them company. Let me see what that's the A-Rees thing. We do whatever we got to do to survive. We want to go home. You hear me?
I'm up here. I'm going to talk to these folks.
Talk to them, tap them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. Let me see what my cousin's
Hey,
on.
everybody. I'm y'all laziest mod. What up, Confident? Good to see you, boo. Y'all don't know what I'm supposed to do up here. I guess y'all better tap. Well, y'all want to argue about some shit? Y'all want to argue about put sugar and grits and stuff and 50-50? I don't know what to do up here, y'all. I just... good to you, or it's good to me too. Well, I tell y'all what happened for me today. I was over there on that Slim and Cab the Cobb. Them niggas sent me to sleep today.
Man, them
What's going on
motherfuckers
and on?
listen.
Slim, I know you
Slim
down there in the comments so you can hear me, child. They sent
Slim
me to
is
sleep.
retarded for real.
Girl, they talked me right on the bed. I was talking forever today.
Man, I was
Listen,
laughing. I look.
look, I don't know whose side I'm on. Slim, I know you hear me. I don't know. I'm gonna pick next week. I'm on the fence. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Need you get back up here. Sugar with the grits? Yes, there we go. We arguing about something down here, child. Anyway, y'all have a good Memorial. I got drunk as hell, let me tell y'all. Ooh, I don't know how these content creators do it. Be up here talking.
Yeah,
At least
y'all
I'm
make
doing
sure
my
y'all
best.
block all them dope oaks. And y'all, I want y'all to fill these boxes. We fixing to talk about. I do have two topics, so I'm gonna let y'all pick which one we're gonna talk about today.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about either the pastor that married the 18-year-old, or we're going to talk about the black man that went back and shot
Yeah,
or
let's do that one.
DQ'd the white cop's daughter. That he had unalived this man's son for him reaching for his insurance, and he waited until her senior year to graduate, and he sat outside the prom and he unalived that cop's daughter. So I think, do y'all want to, let's take a poll. Can we get a moderator to
I do
put
the
up a
second one. I know
poll?
about that one. I do the second one. I know about that. Let me get the story
They
for y'all.
said I've been looking on Facebook. Is that a fake story or
No, it's
is
a
it
real story.
real?
It's a real story. Let me get the story.
Some people are saying it's
So,
fake. Some are saying it's not. Either way, it's a discussion that we could have. So is it a fake story or is it a real story? You needed some more.
Okay,
That's
let me
what I'm
get to.
saying. They said the town didn't exist. Somebody on Facebook. Let me see. I think I took a screenshot. Hold
Oh,
on,
it is.
y'all.
Yeah, it is saying it's fake. Yeah,
Hold
it
on.
is saying it's fake, y'all.
They saying it's fake. This one right here. Somebody
Yeah.
go look that up and see if that's fake.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It is fake. But let's just say that it did happen.
No,
My
I
point
want
of
to
view
talk
on.
about something that happened. That's fake. We don't
Okay.
want that.
Okay.
That take everything. Thank you, Queen Gemini, for the subscription. That take everything out. I don't want to talk about that. So let's talk about the. Oh, just they gave you a violation. You ain't even got your camera on.
Dang, Jess.
Who
Like,
is reporting my live?
the camera not even on. Let me drop.
Somebody reporting you?
Girl, y'all need to stop it. Oh, she said the R word. Oh, you can't say the R word,
Oh.
just.
What's that?
What's the R word, y'all? Somebody else put the rest of the letters
We
in the
can't
comment.
say it. You got to
No,
think
no,
of
it says somebody else put
spell
the rest of the letters in the comment with a
check.
space.
Don't say it. You can't say that. They got me one time for a week for saying it.
Is
They
it
got me
Grace?
one time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got me one time. So, y'all, I guess it's going to be topic number one. So, topic number one is the pastor. I don't know if I even want to show this by. I don't think I want to show him. Look at my cousin. She peeking behind
Hey,
herself.
cuz. I'll see you.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, Gani, that's what I thought.
So,
Great. Okay.
you think it could be real confident and they don't want people copying it? Let me show y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me go get the pastor page. Hold on.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, till she get back, can y'all tap in? If you paid your you got your rent money, you can get to tapping. I gotta pay my electricity and the light bill. So if you got both of them, y'all tap in. If y'all just be nosy, minding y'all business like me, just tap in. That's really all I got. That's why I'm the worst mod. I don't like to talk. Confident, can you come up here and help these folks? You want to come up, Pepe? Come on up here, child. Don't be. Come on. I don't know how to bring you to the box either. You paid that yesterday. I know that's right. I'm gonna go ahead and pay mine. Shit. Well, we're gonna be in the house this summer, 'cause baby, it's hot. Alright, I'm about to cancel summer trips, baby. It is hot. I'm doing great. Okay. Shit, I'm new to this. I just be downstairs in the comments with y'all being nosy, Kiki, and staying out the way. 'Cause I don't want to be on the blog pages. Jesus, have mercy. You can bring her up. Okay, Debs, bring her up, child. I need somebody to talk to. Sure, you need some help. No, don't be acting like Trina though, but I'll be on here begging. I better not even mention Trina name. Trina gonna come for me. Shit. Somebody bring somebody up here. You doing okay? Well, I guess we better get back to tapping, y'all. This is the best I got. Sweet Wolfie, child. If you don't listen to these people in the box, she took your powers away. Let me see how to do mine. I don't even know how to do it. I thought y'all know I'd be being lazy mod. But I ain't gonna lie though, I'm the one that be muting y'all in the comments. So yeah, that's me. I could put some music on. How about we do that? Yeah.
I know
Now
you
they can
do.
hear us.
Ooh,
I've
nature
been,
on fire.
okay, so y'all, I'm back. Let me show y'all this
Ooh,
picture. I'm
thank God.
glad y'all coming up. So we got to talk about the first story. I don't want to talk about no second story. It's fake. I sure wanted to talk about it, but since it's fake news, I don't want to travel. But let me show y'all this pastor.
You sure, baby?
Can you see him? Don't get in the camera,
Hey,
great lady.
Pepe. Hey, Jackson.
Here
What
we
y'all
go.
doing?
Hey, you
That's
was
the.
fighting for
I
your
didn't
life
really
up
want
here,
to show
girl.
him,
Up
but
here, I'm
that's him in
telling
the
you.
pulpit. He is 63 years old, y'all. Y'all tap the screen 300K, please. He's 63
63.
years old. I thank y'all for the comedy. The comedy show is now over. We getting into our topic. Our next, if y'all have any cases that y'all know of, let us know. Our next case is gonna be Kia in Queens of New York. She wants to wait until June the 2nd to do that. I think the second is on a Sunday. I'll be in Dallas this weekend for my sister's birthday party. So Monday, Kia and Queens of New York will be here. Also, I don't know if Slim and Kev the Comic is listening. I know somebody said Kev the Comic will not be gracing anybody's platform anymore. That's what I heard. But I am really trying. We the people want to really know what's going on with Kev the Comic and Slim. I would like to bring it over here because over here sometimes we get a solution. So yes, babe, I'm gonna be in Dallas tomorrow. I'm being there. So I would like to know if they would like to bring it on the docket. Clocking is on the docket. Also, we have some other things we'll talk about in a minute. But I do want to get in this. Hey Jackson, hey y'all, hey Tay Bay.
Hello.
And y'all, we got 4 empty
Hey, Miss Netra.
5 seats. Huh?
Is it a hello?
I said, let that one go. Why? I said, hey Jackson, how you doing? You finna join in on this conversation? We finna eat.
All right.
Listen, so this pastor is 63 years old, and he
Right.
has married an 18-year-old little girl, going to war
Okay.
for her. Talking about, but nobody disrespect his wife. Now, I have a question. A lot of people are stating that it's okay because she's 18 years old and the government says she's an adult. But don't you wonder, she was 14 years old. Why? Look, who asked you says she is grown. So, can I get you to come join the platform? Because I want to get into the mind of somebody that says she is grown. At 18, are you really grown? Before you answer, who asks? I know what comes with marriage. My husband was almost 30 when we got which means I was 29, 28, get ready to be 29. It is legal because the law says at 18 you are legal. But what about the mind? What about what she has to go through as a young minor? To me, a minor. 18 is not grown. So I do want to go across this board and go in the order that we came up. But I would like to get into the mind of, especially a mother, to know how grown were your children at 18. At 18, if you think back to your children being 18, were they ready for marriage? I know damn well my oldest son 30 and he just now getting ready for marriage. So how is it that our children, because they are 18, we consider them grown enough to step into the shoes of what comes with marriage? And I land my, let's not even talk about the responsibility that comes to being a first lady of the church. So not only did she step into the shoes of being a wife, she stepped into the shoes of being somebody's first lady.
Yeah.
She's got to now govern in the church. She's got to now be responsible to tell grown-ups what to do in the church. So make it make sense so I can make it. Oh, you got married at 19, but how old are you now?
Right.
So let's talk about it. I'm going to mute and we're going to rotate the board and I want to hear what everybody got to say. We got 3 empty seats in the house. No disrespect, but you can come up and talk. I'm on mute.
I
All
was
right.
19 when I got married, Miss Netra, and but my husband wasn't in his 60s. You have to think about when my great grandmother, when they were younger than that. I mean, it comes with maturity. When you're 18, by law, you're considered grown. You're not, if you break the law, you're not going to go to juvie at 18. You're going to the county jail. So, I mean, we have to look at the maturity. Was she, mentally?
How old was your husband when you got married at 18?
No, 19. My husband was he was 24. He wasn't.
See, that's not far
So,
fetched. That's too close.
so you don't think that's pretty close? That's what 5 years apart?
Right.
Would you had at the age of 19 married a 63-year-old man with shriveled up balls? Would you have done that?
If he had that money, baby.
I want to know what she adopted.
If
What her
he
parents
had
said.
that money, I wouldn't care if he was 75. I mean, I'm glad.
This remind me of Color Purple when Celia had to marry that was having sex with her daddy. Like,
What?
listen, he got top and did man, get on somewhere.
Right. I heard her say something about the older people did it, and that's a part of the problem nowadays. A lot of things that they did back then has damaged a lot of people. You
Correct.
already got children being raped early on by grandparents, cousins, uncles. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make it right. You're naive at 18. You're not grown. That's sick.
This is
That's
disgusting
that's nasty
on
to have
every
an
level.
attraction
Hello, how
to
you
a
You
doing?
know,
person
the
that
part for me
Let me
young.
that's
ask you a
interesting is like
question.
what does a 63-year-old man see
Looking
in
at
an
an 18 year
18-year-old as
old, that is
far as their,
disgusting.
but I'm saying like as far as like her maturity level, right? Because you would think a man who's of that age will be looking for a woman that knows the lyrics to Frankie Beverly and Maze, that's mature, that can make
No, he wants
breeds.
somebody he can
I,
control. That's why he picked that
you
age.
think, yeah,
What
yeah,
can an
He ain't been
18 year
from
old
London
really
to the
know?
mm-hmm.
States.
Yeah, you
He ain't
right
been
about
from
that.
What
London.
about the kids who go to the military? Do y'all fight for that? Do y'all say, well, they're not mature enough to go to the military?
We
I
do
mean,
say it.
what,
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
I mean,
Well, I don't know. Mine did go at 18, and I didn't say that.
Well,
okay,
we
so that's what I'm saying. Your baby went to the military at 18. Do you know what he experienced? Do you know
A
the
lot.
mindset that they do to
Excuse me,
us?
y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey,
Please,
hey,
one
Miss
at a
Tab.
time and mute if
Okay, Miss
not
Tab.
speaking. We can't hear all y'all downstairs,
Oh, we was
please.
just
Oh, okay.
piggybacking off each other. My bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand
My
that, but
bad.
we
no
talking
shit.
too. We want to listen.
Okay,
Okay, Dad,
fine.
we got you, boo. We got you.
But yeah, what who asked you? I get absolutely what you're saying, but at 660 or 63, you have no business looking at someone 18. That's like looking at a 16-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing about that person should attract you. It's sick. And it's like that's why so much nastiness is out here now. It's like inappropriate. It's nothing you can learn from her. She ain't even got it together. She don't even know her next step. So when older men like, vet those younger women, it's to control them. It's because they don't know anything. They're the wise one. What's supposed to be anyways. So
You
yeah.
know what's odd to me though is that why is it always the pastors or like the Catholic Church where they have this infatuation with wanting to be with younger kids? Like, what is it with religion and the pastors in the church that want the kids? You know what I mean? Like that part is always
Exactly.
mind boggled me. Mhm.
Always the pastor. Why? That's disgusting. And then you supposed to provide fellowship and leadership. Oh my God, it's just disgusting, bro.
Now, but if you think about it in a deeper, like, what is it about the Catholic Church that makes them, like, as much as they're into the religion, want to be with children?
Wait, hey y'all, I'm listening to y'all, but I want y'all to think about this right quick. I'm about to drive now, but I want y'all to talk about this. We're about to go back in the comments. Y'all know she 18 now. The question is, when did he take an interest in this little girl? Because I'm trying to figure out, did he say, okay, happy 18th birthday, now boom, I'm gonna start courting and dating you, and then we're gonna get married? He had to have showed a vested interest in her before legal. All right, I'm listening.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
He
was
You know
started
looking
what?
grooming
before
early
then.
That's
because
a
you ain't
that's a
just
good
married
point.
somebody you met at 18, like she said. So
That's a
that
good
means you
point.
been, she probably a member of the church or something.
Yes,
What I
she
want
was.
to know is where's her
She
parents? Like,
was.
when do people say
She
this is
was.
okay? Like,
You
He
say
said
she
he's
was?
been watching her since she was four. He said he's been watching her. He admitted
oh
that
my
he had had
God.
his eyes on her since she was 14.
Oh my God.
Um, the main issue I've had with it, and hello to everybody on the panel. Hi, Miss
Hello.
Netra.
He.
Um, the main thing that well, of course, I understand the 18-year-old. She just turned 18, and obviously he has the higher, advantage with that. But what bothers me is the fact that she was actually his counseling student in
Mm-mm.
church, and he was counseling her parents through a divorce, and
Oh my God.
that's how he became knowing her. So they're accusing him of grooming, but it's like, where do we now? She's grown, but did he just do that for legal reasons, or has he been
Absolutely.
really just
Also, I want
And
to know.
exactly? I hope
I
y'all
want to
have
know
a
and
good.
this.
look, another layer to it is that they got married on her 18th birthday. Like, baby,
Yes,
he
Oh
didn't
my
even
God.
wait. He didn't even wait
yes,
48 hours. on her
Yes.
birthday. So we're gonna add that later in. But okay,
This
ladies,
was
let's pick it
planned,
up.
girl. This was planned.
And also, this is actually marriage number
We
4
got
of
to
Precious.
remember, y'all. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He was
Mm-hmm.
watching her from age 14. What
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
makes
that's what she said.
like he? Let me tell y'all something. If y'all think that man was watching that baby and hadn't attempted and tried and been already touching her,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
wrong. He did
Mm-hmm.
not just jump out at her turn 18 and here I am, I'm marrying you. That man was touching that baby. So I don't care what nobody say. He wasn't that comfortable without already getting her ready. She was already in love with that man. At 14, she grew to love him. He showed her something that a lot of people go through. And I hope the world ain't judge me, but Pastor, you need to take your ass and set it down because I know you was touching on that baby. Hey, Omega.
I have a question. I want to know, do he have kids and what they think of this? And
Oh,
also, do he plan
most
to have
of them
kids with
do.
her?
They
Like,
yo,
Yeah.
I keep
Okay,
dropping
I'm about to
down.
look it up right now. I'm
Look,
gonna look it
I'm
up
he
right
She's
also
now.
cooking.
could be
actually
her
pregnant.
grandfather.
I'm
She's
cooking,
actually
y'all.
pregnant.
But look, this
She's
another
pregnant.
thing. What
Mm-hmm.
about the congregation? Who is these people sitting in a church every Sunday in the pews? That's the ones I got a problem with too. Because the minute here, hey,
Yep.
Nietzsche, honey,
Y'all
but
tap the screen. Hey,
but
y'all.
yeah,
I want to know who gonna
that's
be
who
sitting
I
there
got a
after this.
problem with. Because
That's the
how you
question.
sitting
Who
in
gonna
a
be sitting there
church?
after this?
But if the mama
Thank y'all
was
for the
being
gifts.
counseled, didn't y'all say the parents was being counseled through the
Mm-hmm.
pastor? How y'all
Mm-hmm.
didn't see this or catch this?
Maybe
But
they
you
were
know the
caught
funny
up in
thing
their
about
going
it,
through
They
divorce.
did.
yeah, but I
They
think that him
did. It's
counseling for
just
the
that,
divorce, that's how he knew that she came from a weak home to where he can go in and,
So
yeah.
you
he
know what
was
I mean,
praying on her.
infiltrate it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he was praying her, like he knew that the parents probably wasn't paying attention or they was
Yeah, because
going
they
through
got
Mm-hmm.
their own marriage
problems.
stuff. Yeah,
So he knew that she
Mm-hmm.
was the perfect victim, so to speak, if that makes sense.
I agree with you.
I
That's
see.
just like the parents of R. Kelly, those girls.
Mm-hmm.
When it come down to stuff like that, it's more about other issues that's going on. I
Thank
didn't
y'all for the
know that
gifts
he
and
was
gift in the
watching
panel.
her
Thank
since she was
y'all.
14. That's sick.
And the thing that really got me too is this is his fourth marriage.
Were the women all
He's
young
wife
like
number
her?
4.
Were they all young like her?
Now that I didn't look as deep in, but that's a very good question.
Yeah, we got to get deep because this ain't no way she the
Hmm.
first one. Ain't no way.
I don't believe
I
so
don't think
either.
she the first child that he's tried, but I
Mm-mm.
think she's
I
the
think he
first
off.
young
I think
mother.
something mentally wrong with this
Because
man because
Yeah, they said he
absolutely.
was accused of similar unethical relationships.
see that's what I'm saying. This man is sick
Yeah.
in the head.
He's
This
been
man is sick.
accused
Yeah.
of them.
To
Hmm.
prey on a child like this, you're sick. You past
You
sick.
know what I would like to know? And
Mm.
who asked you? I missed a lot because my son called and my cousin's here. I would like to know, um, how long ago was it when you got married and you said you were 19? Who
I
asked
was
you?
in the I was it was 94.
And how much older than you was he?
He wasn't that older than me. He was
See,
in his
that's the difference. That he
that's
wasn't that older is
yeah.
a. I think that's what we're because I know a lot of people that got married back in the day at 19, 20, and they made it years because back then our ancestors were the same age. They were the same. They were two 19-year-olds getting married, or a 19-year-old married a 21. But you didn't see back then 60-year-olds.
Not like what you just said, bro.
No, ma'am. So it's a difference in your situation and that when you got married at 19, but you didn't marry almost a 70-year-old.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
now here's the other T
No.
to the sugar. Okay, here we go, y'all. It says he was allegedly accused of similar unethical relationship with young girls in Shreveport, Louisiana, where he previously pastored at. Now he has been married and divorced 3 times, with Jordan, that's the young lady's name, being his fourth wife. Although the marriage is legal, the breach of ethics and breach of responsibility are not. This child was clearly groomed. We are asking your help. They ain't got a whole petition out on him, child. So that's the other T to it. So he has been accused of this before.
I
Okay,
got a
Hmm.
let's get into
question.
it.
I got a question. Okay, so what if he married her so she could prosecute him later down in the line? You know what I'm saying? How you try to
Yep.
go back and do stuff. He said, "Well, let me marry her, so they can't arrest me. She can't testify against me either because
Hmm.
that's my wife."
Hmm.
Yeah.
She kind of young. I don't think she thinking like that, y'all. I
She's
think
not young. Her brain don't
she's
go
grown
like
for
ours.
this.
yeah,
And
she
she's grown
kind
to
of
know
No,
this
but
naive,
life.
y'all.
he
She
could be thinking
18.
that.
Ain't no way her brain thinking like that. I feel like whatever he's saying to her, he married her so that it'll be legal to continue doing what he was doing. Cause ain't no way he just
Mm-hmm.
started this at 18. He been doing this.
I think it's, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with
that's
that
not.
being
What did they
said,
say was the law?
okay, what's your name?
Auntie.
With that being said, if that is the case, that he's been doing it. So if they say,
Right,
well, okay,
baby.
she's 18, and law, you know what I'm saying, officers or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the buzz, the children get to speaking and talking or whatever, and they say, well, we're going to bring him in. Oh, well, we're going to wait. Well, we can't do nothing now because she has to testify and say that this happened.
And she the
It
spouse, so she
shows
can't
Cougar.
testify against him. I get
Did,
what you're
Miss
Right.
saying.
Netra. Miss Netra, did y'all hear that he was a pastor in Shreveport, Louisiana?
already.
Must have kicked him out of the church and he went all the
No.
way up to, I think it's Iowa.
Oh Lord.
So
And
Confidence said they've been married 2 years now and a 1 year old son. I heard that they got married last year, and but the story is just now hitting the internet. So I think that's why it's viral and it's out, because on Facebook it says popular now. Okay. So on Facebook it says popular now, which means that it just got in the eye of the media. So that's why it's hot and it's a discussion. But I haven't seen anything about her having a child. But it still make it sick, y'all. It makes it sick. It's my first time hearing it, then if it
Especially if
resurfaces.
she got that
It's
kid
our
in the
first
same
time talking
household
about it.
with the
It's
same.
old, y'all, but we talking, ain't we? This is all good news to Miss
And
Nix.
you know what else though?
Well,
Looking
a
at the
went a
topic,
pictures,
not
long
good
way
news,
away,
because that
didn't
don't
it?
sound good. It ain't good. It's really
she
sickening.
him and her, they look
It's
just
a
alike. Like
topic to discuss on TikTok. Yeah,
they look just
I ain't
alike.
never heard about it,
hmm
y'all.
Who look alike?
The pastor and the daughter and the girl, they look just
It's
alike. Like
Can
sick.
if
y'all
you
hear
if
me
you
at
did
all?
if
Okay.
you didn't know that you would think that's his daughter. That's how much they look alike.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It is
That's even
it's a
worse.
story that keeps being pushed back into the forefront. So it's not just like it didn't just pop up as trending now for no reason. It keeps coming up because they want to keep it alive. They want people to know because I mean, there was an investigation. I don't know if they're still investigating, but um they continue, like every few months you'll see it pushed up and as trending, so they keep it trending, and I believe it's like the people in that town that keep it trending. But yes, they've been married for 2 years, they have a little boy. um yeah, he
Well, I
posts
can't say that it's a
online
bad
all
thing
the
that they put it
time.
back out here. That
No, I think
more
it's
people
great
need
that
to
they,
see
I mean,
this.
I think it's good that they see it, but
Keep
yeah,
pushing it back out here.
yeah, I'm gonna drop back down, but I wanted to just
Maybe to open the eyes of more people
And nothing
to
happened.
talk
That's
about
why
this
it's
stuff. Like,
being pushed out. They hoping that somebody can come forward. Cause like you were saying, if they're married, it's no way whatever she say they can go for. You need a witness at this point. You need somebody that then she didn't confide in, or they didn't saw something weird, because she ain't the first. It's probably all kind of weird stuff going on
No.
in that church. But it's so many weirdos like him that can't nobody come forward because they doing the
Hmm.
same shit he doing.
Exactly.
So
And the
so
thing is
let me
too
ask,
is,
oh, go ahead, babe.
sorry. No, I was just stating that everyone's saying, well, she's 18, she's grown. I get it. Until it's your daughter. Until it's a 65-year-old man coming after your
PT.
daughter, that's a different thing. Yes, it is legal. You're absolutely right. They are an adult. She's entitled to do what she wants to do. However, if my 18-year-old came to me, which I believe the parents had to have known something, there's no way that the parents did not know anything. That's like you said earlier about the R. Kelly parents. You knew something. You may not have known everything, but you knew something. And to sit back and say, oh, well, I want to get married on my 18th birthday to a man old enough. What is he, like 50, 40, 45, 50 years older than her?
Exactly.
Then I would say, how long have y'all been dealing with each other? I mean, that would just be my first question as her mother. How long has this been going on? Because
But the
this just
daddy
didn't
walked her
happen
down the
today.
aisle. The daddy walked down the how is that not sick to you
They finna
to
give
walk
us
your
Are we
baby down the
going?
aisle
they
with a
finna give us
man
some
that's
free
just
Because he was a
cookies.
your
part of it.
Y'all like
age?
stuff?
Because he knew.
They all grooming
Because
that
he knew.
damn baby. They sick.
Yeah, he knew something.
Y'all don't think that's human trafficking? At the end of the day,
Something like it.
brain manipulated. Like, what 18-year-old want to be married to someone that, oh, when she got a whole life to live and have fun? How the hell did she go to the prom with him? There was
Yes,
no
she did.
love there. She took him to the prom.
Well, that's the story. I haven't confirmed it, but
So
that's what they're
y'all,
saying.
are we going in a good order? Cause I've been distracted, but my family just left. I've been in and out listening, but I'm ready to get into this thing where I can hear everybody. So is everybody going in a good order? We give everybody. Omega done talk confident. I did not get to hear her. So I'm sorry, but y'all saw my family come. You never know, and it's always good to make sure you make time for your family.
The new people
So
can go, Miss Netra. We had already
Omega hasn't.
put our rebuttal. You can
Yeah,
let the new people go. They're
Omega
just
hasn't
showing.
answered.
good,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's a good discussion because a lot of people think that, and it's I know it's probably old y'all, but I have not heard it. I did not know, so it's new to me, and I don't care. He's still alive. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. He's still alive, so it's a chance that he can hear how disgusting he is
And the
to
statute of limitation
another
is
black
enough.
person. Huh?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
The
I
statute of
think the.
limitation is enough for that case if it's only 2 years.
Let's let Omega go, and then we'll hear from you. Whoever hadn't spoke.
Yeah. So, excuse me. Yeah. So first off, good evening, ladies. Good evening, Miss Netra.
Good evening.
I see a couple of my good sisters up here. So salute to all my sisters, my big sis, my twin sis, my new sis, Tay, all those, J. Cole, Soul Traveler, Creek Creek. I
Wait,
think
who's your big
what
sis
really
though?
bothered. I'm sorry. If y'all don't know, me and J. Cole to do a show together, me and our other friends. So this y'all tune in and watch us follow J. Cole. She's a great content creator. But one of my things here that really bothers me, I hate crimes when it comes to children, especially of this nature. What really, really bothers me is this man is a spiritual leader, and it's probably what he used to manipulate this child, and if not her parents as well. We have this conversation of legality all the time, but morality should trump what's legal. We should know what's morally and ethically correct before we try to throw legal ramifications in front of things. I don't like seeing grown men and women with young people, especially to this extreme degree. This is 50 something years. What do you and this child have in common? What can you and this child discuss? What kind of relationship are you building with this young lady? What is it that you guys can even build upon? This young woman has pledged her life to you, and you ain't got much life left. It's actually very, very disgusting to me. I firmly agree with the rest of the sisters. Y'all, pardon me, I'm in the gym.
It's
I
okay.
firmly agree with the rest of the sisters that this man is a predator, and he has done this many, many times before. There is no way you develop a taste for children just overnight. I wouldn't be
Facts.
surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if he wasn't married to other borderline adolescent young women before. I would not be surprised. The thing about this is, what's even more disgusting, and this is what like really enrages me, is the adults around him. There are no adults around him holding him accountable. This man is a church leader. What happened to the church mothers? I
Come on
remember
now.
you could go in the church and you can't even nod off in church. You got to make sure your skirt touch your knees. What happened to the church mothers? The women who used to make sure the church represented the word, and the deacon board. What happened to the deacons? Why is nobody holding this grown man accountable for not only just despicable behavior, but a misrepresentation of a man of God? And this is the reason why people
Talk
say they
now.
don't trust Christians. This
Talk.
is why people say they don't trust Christians and they don't trust the church, because the church stopped holding people accountable. We just accept any and everything nowadays. Now, I ain't gonna ramble no more because I'm gonna finish my set, then I'm gonna go
No,
on
that's
mute.
good. That's good.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
go
get
on
the
mute because
other
this
This
is
is
comments,
good
good
to
to me,
me.
Miss
Omega.
Netra. This is good
Sweet
to me.
thing is it Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing said, "What happened to the big mamas now? Where is Big Mama now, man?"
So I'll close with this. The biggest disappointment is that none of the men protected this young lady. Maybe we could say the women of the church were swayed by him being a passionate pastor, but I'm disappointed in the men around her, her father, the other men of the church, the men of her neighborhood that didn't protect this young girl from somebody who's obviously a predator. These are the things that we're responsible for. Like For him to publicly announce this in the church, to applause, and he didn't get stomped out before service was over, I'm disappointed. I am,
I'm
and I land
disappointed
there.
too. Somebody said that he has another case in another state. I think Sister Sally said that. I'm not sure, but I think it's sickening. I just can't get past it. Like I wouldn't care. I know. Like I looked at a picture that was sent to me, and you can tell by how he looks, and there's nothing wrong with. Don't get me wrong, style and fashion. When you get up in age, I'm gonna still. Hopefully, I still have fashion, but it's just something about him that I can look and tell that he thinks he's more her age than she is his. Do you hear me? Something wrong with him.
Netra, can I play
Big
the
time.
recording of him addressing his congregation?
Yes, while she is playing and recording, y'all do know that TikTok is very strict now. I'm really trying to stop cursing because they are taking lives for nothing. So please continue to tap the screen. We should be at 400K as close as we can get to it. Gift the panel, if you will. If you see any egg shapes up here, if you don't mind, we take roses, lions, tigers, and bears. We take shoes, flip flops. Summer is here. Whatever. We just appreciate the love. Thank you for being here and join the panel. Yes, so traveler. Tap the screen, please.
Anaya, did you want to go first? Because I think you were next in line, or do you want me to go ahead and play the recording?
Thank y'all.
Anaya, you were next. Do you want me to play the recording, or you want to go ahead and go?
Play the recording.
Okay, all right, y'all. Here we go.
I Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say praise the Lord.
It's kind of the muffle.
It is? Okay, hold on.
Is this where they say he was taking up for her?
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Oh, hold on, y'all. I got it on the headset.
Oh.
I know he didn't say that's my wife. He's 63. She's 18. Y'all keep tapping the screen. She's trying to get the recording. That's sick, y'all. I don't care. It's sick. That's sick. Very sickening to even think that, like, you had such a head start on her life. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. She going to get sick of him in 10 more years. And not even that long. Not even that long. When she get to realizing that he's not worth anything, she is going to be sick of him.
She probably already is.
Sick of him. Because
But
I
you
know
know,
he's
here,
somewhere.
Miss Mitchell, is the fact that it's a baby
Hey,
involved. So now
Glamour.
when that baby get of age, who's to say that I won't turn to that child?
10 months. Yeah, I had to change my mind, y'all.
Because there ain't no way
Yeah.
you don't care about women for real. You're sick. So why would your own kid be
Thank you,
excused, especially if it's
Christine.
a daughter? Just
His
saying.
grandkid might be the same age. Is what's disgusting to me. Like, come on now.
That's the
Nasty.
thing. Ain't no wiping no ass. She gonna be at the club while he's sitting there with Boo Boo on his truck. Do you hear me? He gonna be sitting somewhere, Michaela, waiting for her to come back and pull him up in the bed. Cause it's gonna come a point in time in her life where you're gonna be stuck and she gonna be somewhere turned up. And you're everything that's gonna come with it. That's gonna come with it. Ain't no it's we finna see another Medea episode of Charles. Are you hungry? Yeah. She finna starve his ass. Give her just a little time. We gonna see another article.
Right.
Cause
Let them
if it
find
was
out.
my daughter, I damn sure would be pumping up to have him as a child. He be in the bathtub in the morning if it was my daughter. Cause she better not leave me there to watch him. Do you hear me? He better not never need me as a sitter. Shit. Charles. I'm gonna be screaming with her. Ah! Ah! What happened? What Whole time. I'm telling you. Somebody else
I
talk
love
because
it.
I can go.
But to me too, Miss Nitra, the fact that the congregation, like, it makes me look at them too. Like, we just gonna look the other way on this. We're not gonna find a new church. We just gonna go along with this and just say, well, he's the pastor and that's what he says. I'm just gonna agree to it. When does everybody else stand up and walk out?
Jay, that's what I wanted to say. I was in another live, and one of the somebody that was in the choir that was at the wedding in the same church.
I got the recording. Confidence
You
sent
can,
me the recording, so we're gonna
oh,
play that
okay,
in a minute. Go ahead, Hunt. Go ahead, you can talk. Is that
okay,
what you're talking about? The recording? You
yeah.
want me to play it, Hunt?
They had to call for her because she was late for her own wedding. They had to call to get the girl to come. That girl did not want to marry that man. And the I think the mama or somebody was promised a chain of restaurants that that man owned. The daddy plays the guitar or the piano. He's a musician in the choir. Man, it is so wrong. That's a baby. I have a I got a 33-year old. I
That's
got a
sad, y'all.
I got a 27-year old and I got a 25-year old and three grandchildren. I'm sorry, four grandchildren now. My oldest grand is 11 and down. I'm not even, man, I can't even see
That's
that. That's
sad, y'all.
sickness. That's sick. And
Oh,
I'm
I
gone.
wonder if she can come back later and get them with some type of charges because I see people saying she didn't want to get
That's
married to him. It's
that.
almost like Kodak and the mama and them involved.
I'm sorry.
Wedding party of 8. Wait, how big was the wedding party? We're 18 and younger. I know, sweet. So y'all want to hear this recording? This is Confident sent me the recording. Thank you, Confident. Uh,
Yeah, let's listen.
they said he walked in the church with his praise on. Who's still going to the church? Them the ones we need to be sitting in front of, like Esther on Joy on Fred Sanford with my Bible, just looking at it, calling him a sucker. Tap the screen, F1 in the chats. I'm playing this recording and y'all know how they get on TikTok. So please F1 in the chats while we do this. Food, gifts, everything that they say, keep the live up. I can't show the video, you just gotta listen, but he in the pulpit.
All right, amen. Y'all act like y'all ain't in church
I
today.
put the bread back out there.
Let me go.
I know we had a long conference, but every chance you get, you ought to come in here and give God some glory. Has God done anything for you? Come on and tell him thank you.
It's 18 minutes long, so we're gonna
Thank
stop
you,
and go.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Been so good to us. I said he's been so good to us. I don't care what kind of storm you in right now, God is all right. I say God is all right anyhow. You can't let the devil steal your joy. Tell him I got joy anyhow. Ain't nobody mad but the devil.
He's sickening. I can't even think about
God
it.
in spite of. And every time you come to church, man, you got to give God some glory. Because he's been so good. been so gracious unto us. Today is a special day. It is my father's birthday. I shouldn't say my father, our father, because he was a father to everybody. And some of these folk talking and lying now. He was your father and looked out for you like you were one of his children.
Exactly.
So you can't muzzle me with lies. And you are not going to destroy this church. You may not understand that if God hadn't have brought me here, everything that my mother and father built would have closed down. The school would not be in existence.
Talking like a kid.
That studio wouldn't be there. And this church wouldn't be here. And somebody had the nerve to talk about a money scheme. So the school payroll is $17,000 a month. Yeah, that school up there. The payroll $17,000 a month.
The one you sat out of and
The
found your wife.
studio payroll is $16,000 a month. That's $33,000 a month. The school charges $250 for a family. If you got 4 or 1, it's $250. And I think the price went down to $125. What's your name, Monica? So $125 a month times 80 or 90 students that we have, that ain't no $17,000 a month. And then half the folk that go to the school, they don't even pay.
Look where his mind at. It's sad.
And talking about a money scheme, but where is it at? So I have put my money into the school, the studio, to try to keep alive what my mother and father started. So I'm feeling some kind of way today on my father's birthday.
Showing his mom and daddy
And
pictures.
there's something about it that today of all days, I ain't with it. And then we got a preacher down in Houston running his mouth as a homosexual. Oh yeah, let me just get on out here now.
Where you going with it though?
Why aren't you talking about that? Why aren't you talking about same-sex marriage?
Trying to justify it, ain't he?
The Bible says that marriage is honorable.
Yes, it's the sermon.
So you let the devil trick you, and then somebody talking about they agree because they was molested as a child. I didn't molest you.
Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap, tap, tap. I saw Kat the comic do this, so let's pause it. Let me see. I'm gonna take a page out of Kat the comic book. Tap the screen whenever they say something you ain't supposed to say on TikTok. Hey, Lovey, y'all tap the screen. Welcome back to the live. Tap the screen. We are talking about the 63-year-old pastor that married the 18-year-old kid that he had to be sent outside the school watching. Hey, excuse. So he's watching her. Not you sitting in the parking lot seeing which one you are going to choose as a wife. God did not send you to the school to go find your wife. No, sir. You started out preaching about yourself, like didn't have no message in the beginning. So, y'all, can we get a little feedback since he's saying that? And we try to make it through the next phase of this live. Y'all tap the screen. We trying to get 300K. We should have been at 300K. Thank you, Empress. Thank you, Spam. Hey, King. Hey, King. We get ready for the old game, ain't we? What in the R. Kelly, Bill Cosby hell that we don't know if Bill done it, but they said it did is going on.
I'm trying to understand. At the beginning, that was the sermon? Because it sounded like it wasn't a sermon. It's
That's
like,
his sermon.
oh, well, who in the
Did he?
congregation? And isn't there people over a church other than
They
just a
showing people in
congregation?
the church, y'all. The church got some folk in it. It's people sitting in there nodding and standing up. Do you hear me? Grown folk with mustaches and beards.
And I don't know which part of the video where he says something about the
In the video, not probably now.
yeah, something in the video where he's saying something about that's my wife and she was grown and she didn't need paperwork. It's a weird,
Yeah, it's 18
weird
minutes long, but I stopped because of that word. Yeah, they
right,
sick too.
right.
Does anybody know how his church doing now? Yeah, this the sermon where they married Deb. He talking about now how marriage is important. And did y'all hear him when he talked about what's right and wrong in the Bible? We can talk about way other things other than him marrying a child.
I'm starting. I'm starting to realize. My bad, Sister Soul Traveler. I'm starting to realize, from the Baptist church, because I've heard some stories. I don't know if anybody's watched a lot of the behind the music on some of our old gospel artists. And if you talk to any old Protestant or Baptist, kids at the church, they'll tell you about the disgusting things that they were letting the old church mothers and fathers do to them. Even with the Catholic Church, I think what we need to realize is people is predators, right? Predators are starting to find ways in which to get themselves close to children. They're infiltrating the education system and they're infiltrating the church houses because the church is no longer about God's principles no more. It's about man's needs. So, we need to really pay attention to these churches and to these schools because there's a lot of predators that are hiding in them.
Saul, hey Saul, welcome to the live. I saw Saul downstairs say she is a legal adult. So Saul, we know she's legal by the law, but by mentally, physically, emotionally, even stability in herself, she is not legal. So that's what I'm leaning towards. I would love to hear your thoughts on, do you feel as though she was ready for marriage at 18 to a 63-year-old? So tap the screen. That's it right there. You hear me? Yeah,
I just
we
want to
gotta
add in.
rotate the screen some because we
Yeah,
got
I'm about to
people
drop
waiting.
down. Saul, you can have my box. If you want to come up, Saul, you can have my box. I just want to put these little fun facts in before I drop off. And I'm not condoning anything. Just let me put that out there. His mother, the pastor who we're speaking of, his mother was also married at 19, but the father was 23. Now I don't know if that adds any context, but maybe in his head he may have thought that was right. And also, Omega, kind of going off of what you said. unfortunately, it's not just the Catholic and the Christian religion. This goes back even to Muslims and stuff like that. As far as arranged marriage, this is something that has been happening since the beginning of time. So it's not just those religions; it was pretty much all religions. But
Right, Jada.
as we progress, it's something that's shunned upon. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. It's my 2.2 peace, love, and soul, and I'll chit chat with y'all fine folks next time.
Thank you, sis. Okay, so y'all, we have guests downstairs that said tap the screen to 300K before we start the video back. We're gonna listen to Saul, and then we're gonna get back on the audio. But I would like to make it to 300K. Continue to gift the panel. If you see an egg shape up here, bless that panelist, and we do appreciate it. Saul, give us your thoughts from downstairs. We'd like to hear them in the form of a human. Let me hear your thoughts.
Yes, ma'am. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Omega? Hey, listen. The problem in this situation is not the girl. The problem is the old raggedy ass geriatric man. That's the problem. And I don't want y'all to become a group of individuals that discourage young ladies from getting married before they carry. Because you got to be careful with the way you speak, because you send out more than one message. I'm encouraging all our black daughters to get married and have children instead of what we got going on today. A whole bunch of girls just popping out babies and dropping them off. That's what we don't need. So it's not a problem that a young lady at 18 wants to be married. That is not a problem. The problem is this old raggedy ass man is messing around with this young girl. That's the problem. Okay, does anybody disagree with that?
I'm gonna have to disagree. I did not, and I'm just being. I taught my children to be mentally prepared for marriage. At 18, my children are not mentally coming straight out of school. You haven't even experienced what it feels like to love. Is what I've always taught my children. You can't run straight from school to a marriage. You're gonna want to get the experience of life and so no, I didn't teach my children to be married at 18. I told my children to marry and to have children first. It didn't happen that way with them. But I did not tell them at 18 you're ready to be married because you're not. Not at 18.
Well, I don't know your children and I can't judge your children, but a whole quarter of your life is enough time to learn how to treat people. And if you don't do that as a parent, that's your choice. But a whole quarter of your life, which you only got about 4, and 18 years, our grandparents was getting married at 14, 15 years and did it better than us. So I don't want to hear that. Our grandparents, great grandparents did it. They were getting married at 13, 14, 15 and did it better than us. So yeah, I don't subscribe to that.
But
My great
can I be
grandmother was
truthful?
13.
Our grandparents, let me say this. Our grandmothers had to take sacrifices that they didn't want to while Daddy Bud and them was out getting extra children. That's why we got family trees and there's so many damn leaves on it. Those women were not genuinely happy, if you want to know the truth. They took a lot back there. So back then, Big Mama and them did get married at 14 and start having children. But between 14 and 30, they weren't happy. They had to stay there because they were taught that the man was the head and they went through a whole lot of abuse. And other kids came and the wives had to take care of the other kids. That's why we don't teach our children now to be married at 18 because you won't be a sacrifice for nobody. And that's my 2.2. If I give you 3, so you might not come back. And we like
No. I'm here
conversation.
with you. I'm here with you. But my last thing is this: what trauma are y'all not going through today that they went through back then? You act like that y'all still ain't getting cheated on and having kids on you. Ain't nothing changed. You're just not married. These
We don't
individuals
know.
ain't nothing. Yeah, these things are not changing. They're not gone. You're just a single mom and got cheated on and got your man's father, your baby's father, with another kid across town. That ain't went away. You still getting smacked upside your head by ignorant people if you decide to be in a relationship with them. Ain't nothing went away. The only thing that went away was marriage.
I agree with you,
That's
Saul,
the
and I
only thing that's
agree with you,
gone.
Rose.
Who
So,
said, now
and
you
this
just
color
changed your
purple
whole
and
damn
this,
mind when
yeah,
Saul came
hold
in
on. Let me
here.
finish this last note. This last point.
No, I'm saying I
This
agree
last
with you,
point. This
Rose.
last point. Yeah, but this last point, let me just finish my point. This color purple mindset, we need to delete it because every woman in the past was not beat on and mistreated. That's not the case. My great grandparents were pastors of past 100 years old and had nothing but love and admiration to pass to everybody. I never heard any bad thing happen to my grandmother, my great grandmother. But y'all continuously push this narrative. That's the reason why we ain't got marriages today, and that's the only thing that I got pushback on.
But what I was trying to say when I said I agree with you, but I gotta stop you right there. That young lady is not happy. Her frontal lobe is not fully developed. Nobody, no man or woman, till they are 25, and she is that smile is a fake smile. She did not want to marry that man because the lady that is in the choir that go to that church said it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Wait,
And
let me
I
respond. Let me respond to you real quick. So 76. Are you telling me that we got 25 and 35 and 45-year-old women and men that still ain't doing stupid shit?
we have plenty of people, and we got adults. Yes, they're still
Okay, so
doing
what does it matter?
stupid
So what
shit.
does it matter?
It,
So what
that
does it matter
doesn't
if her
matter.
frontal
But
lobe isn't fully developed? If
Saw,
we got
Saw,
35-year-old women still doing the same stupid shit, what does it matter?
what I'm trying to tell you is she did not want to marry that man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I wasn't there. That's not the problem. And I'm not even really speaking on
But
her.
what I'm saying is, because they had to call her, her old mama had to call her on the phone to get her to come to the church to her own wedding.
Yeah. So okay. So I think there was a couple of points that were touched on in this discussion. I'm not going to go over all of them because I think we deviated from the core topic, which I think we're talking about what would be considered, just inappropriate relationships. And I think Saul, you agree that this is an inappropriate relationship because we all know this started way before she was 18. He married her on the day she turned 18. Um, I think one thing we have to realize when we talk about like back in the day relationships, granddaddy had a family, but grandmama was having babies that didn't look like granddaddy either. We can't paint this narrative of it just being a one way thing where, inappropriateness was just assigned to granddaddy because, grandmama knew how to fix a hot pot of grits to throw on Al Green. So we can't just paint one particular narrative when it comes to what happened back in the day. There's many people who are telling stories now of their brothers and sisters not looking like each other, and we know where that came from. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe is not just a rhetoric that came out of nowhere. But I think you kind of switch the goalposts a little bit, bruh. And I think what people are focusing on, I don't think getting married at 18 is a problem. I don't think it's
Thank you,
most
First
ideal.
Lady.
Yeah, I don't think it's most ideal either. But I think it depends on the individual that's getting married at 18. I think
Right, Glamour.
yeah, so when we talk about like the age kind of thing, like this young lady may make a good wife at 18, but for
So
an
are you
18
saying
years,
the grandmas was 304s back then? Because my grandma wasn't no 304.
no, I'm not saying. See, my grandma went on 304, but my granddaddy wasn't no. He didn't have no family across town either. What I'm saying is, it wasn't just something that happened with just one side of the relationship. I've had people tell me stories about their grandmama passing off other men's children on their granddaddy, and they don't know till they on their deathbed. So, that's not the conversation we were having. I want to, stay where we was kind of at though. So, because I don't want to get into all that because it then becomes a gender conversation, and I think this is something that all men and women can agree on that this is problematic. That this old ass man wanted to marry a little girl. I think that's something that we can all agree on. We're not going to disagree on that. Um, Marrying at 18 is cool because I get what Saw's saying. Saw is saying stop teaching kids to wait till they 30 and all this other stuff. We should marry earlier. It prevents people having children out of wedlock. I get that. But I also get the conversation about 18 may carry a level of maturity or immaturity. But I think that's where it falls on us as like the previous generation. What are we preparing our children for? And how are we preparing our children? You know what I'm saying? How are we preparing our children for the future? We do a lot of good. We do a lot about teaching, young men how to work. We do a lot about teaching them to go get educations. But this is a common talking point that I have. We do a very poor job of preparing our kids, both girls and boys, on how to have marriages. And I think that's something we really need to focus on is what do we do to prepare our kids for marriages? But I don't think that has anything to do with this conversation because the point is this is a disgusting old ass man that married this little girl and he's a pastor. To me, that's the issue. You are a pastor and you married a child. That's the conversation.
With that being said, y'all tap the screen, tap the screen. C and D, you haven't spoke. My way, I don't think you've spoken. Silent Angel, you haven't spoken. And I think I have somebody at the door. So Tay, don't leave. I'm gonna bring you back up. I'm gonna rotate the screen, y'all. If you want to join in on the
Okay.
conversation, please come in. I'm trying to remember how y'all came up with my rotation go. But we do rotate over here. We like good grown-up conversation. Everybody is welcome on the platform. We have a new policy over here. 25 to drop them. I think I'm saying it right, Kev, and blame Kev and Javon if I said it wrong, but money talks and bullshit walks back downstairs to the comment section for 2 hours unless you pay $50 and you come back. Period. Okay. After you come back, you cannot be dropped again. You get to stay for the rest of the live. We don't do multiple drops. We just do one drop. You come back and you stay. You can get on their nerves. So it is what it is. So that's good to us. Tap the screen, share the live, and let me hear from y'all. This is good to me.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Well, Miss Candy, you just came up. We got to give it to the ones that's been waiting a little bit.
Okay,
So
because I
C
got a
and
lot to
D.
say.
Okay, mute up, mute up. We gonna get to you. C and D, My Way, and Miss Silent Angel. Let me hear from y'all.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? Um,
Hey, one.
hey, honey. So, I heard you, Auntie, say you was teaching your kids to, focus on establishing themselves before getting married, and I think that is a very smart thing to do. But I feel like in today's society, we're pushing children before marriage a lot.
Thank you. I mean,
Because
not you. I'm talking to the one that grabbed the horse show love. I gotta hear your thoughts. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Because whenever I'm seeing my friends' kids, they're 15 and 16 having babies, they're throwing baby showers for them. Now, in my day, I'm not saying that a child should be shunned, but we went to a whole different school when we got pregnant because you wasn't
Thank
why
you.
you at a regular school. But nowadays, it's a now they want to you can get on TV if you have a baby at 15 and 16. Got a whole show devoted to 16 and pregnant, and it's cool. When I was a kid, I couldn't even pregnant was a bad. I never knew pregnant wasn't a bad word till I got to high school and found out it wasn't bad because that's just how much that word meant had a bad stigmatism to it. And I understand, oh, let's not make them feel bad for the mistakes that they made. But now it's like they're 16 and you see a 16-year-olds coming into the pediatric clinics with their two twin babies and then another baby that they done had and you doing checkups for the 16-year-old, the 2-year-old, and the 1-year-old, and she pregnant again. And so I do believe that marriage should definitely be taught, especially when these kids are out here having babies left and right and just not even thinking about the consequences. Now, as to this story, the only thing that I said was, I get what y'all saying. It is to me, it is absolutely disgusting. I probably pop that man head if it was my child. But I do see a lot of people on TikTok being like, "Oh, get your coins, girl." Whenever we see a lot of these younger women marrying old rich men. It's like, oh, get your coin. But then the moment for the men, they don't have that same anger or that same, you know what I'm saying? Like for the men, it's like, oh, let me get you. Hang them on the cross. But when it comes to the women, it's like, oh, girl, get your coin. And so I feel like maybe he may have groomed her. I'd have to know the whole backstory. Like, was she a member of the church since she was 2 years old, and he been watching her and watching her grow up? But there's been a whole bunch of other stuff that I've been seeing related to this. So I really I can't, I don't want to comment too much until I know the whole backstory of what's going on.
But when I think about an 18 and 63-year-old, hell yeah, it's disgusting. But then again, when we look on TikTok, we got whole pages dedicated to you being a sugar baby to go get that rich man. And then for the men, it'd be like, oh, you pedophile. She 18. Ain't no pedophile.
All right, this is good to me. Go ahead, my way.
Hey y'all.
Hey, honey.
Hey Tanner. Hey Glam. Did y'all
Thank
miss
y'all for the
me?
gifts and the love. Tap the screen.
Miss Netra, you know who I am, right? Anyway,
I sure do.
okay.
Thank
So
you. Hey, Heartbreaker. Thank you for the gifts of love, y'all.
this is a case of a predator and a prey. I don't want us to start accepting an 18-year-old and looking at an 18-year-old as a wife when her body is not fully developed. Her mind is not fully developed mentally, physically, whatever. Um, this man groomed this child since the age of 14. The fact that they raised the age to 21 to buy tobacco, we all should be looking at this as this being disgusting. It's the fact that y'all trying to justify like people join the military and this and that when you have a 63-year-old man who lived several lives and got into
Thank
his
y'all.
golden
Thank you,
years
Tia. Thank you, Heartbreaker.
grooming a young 18-year-old who haven't even experienced not one bit of life. When this man croak over, this young lady is gonna have some type of trauma that we don't know if she can deal with or get over it.
You better talk.
So I'm just saying, it's not, if the man was 25, 26, and she was 18, it would still be wrong. If the man was 30 and she was 18, vice versa, if it was a woman or a man. This child is being groomed, and we are it's gonna take a toll on her mental. It already took a toll on her body because a 19-year-old should never have a baby. That is still a child. And it says a lot about people who don't think an 18-year-old is still a child when her body is not physically formed yet.
Yeah, I just got one little thing to push back on the whole child thing. Um, so when does a girl become a woman?
It depends on what area you ask. Oh, because it's gonna be good to a
Oh
man.
shit!
No,
Here we
I'm for
go.
real
Here
because
we
listen.
go.
Well, let me. You asked the question, and you said, when does a girl become a woman? And you have to know that a woman comes with a lot of different things mentally. It's the same thing about a man. When does a boy become a man? It depends on what area we're talking about because different parts of the body works different types of ways. The brain works a certain way. So when does she become a woman mentally? You become a woman sexually. You can have sex at 16, but that don't mean you're a woman and having sex the right way. I had my first child at 16. I did not know what I was doing. So I wasn't a woman yet just because I was sexually active. So when did I become a woman sexually? When I knew what I was doing mentally. You got to put it all together. 1+1 is 2. So nothing comes before the other one, and they're damn sure not the same. So I think a lot of times men think that we come as pieces this way, but we come in pieces here, 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 a bunch of ways. We come in pieces. So you can't just get one woman without getting the piece. Like you got to know mentally, we got to grow up. Men don't grow up fast, so period. Women mature faster than men. We might not say that, but we do. You see how you talking now?
Yeah, I know, but I've had 19, 18, hell, even 17-year-old people in the military, and I never called any of them a child. Never,
Mm.
not once. And I held them accountable as adults. I think that when you put a person or a human and keep them in a child's place, you're right. It will be a child. If you got a 19, 20, 22-year-old human in your household and that human is still playing video games and acting like a child and talking like a child, that's not because of the human, that's because of you as a parent. You raised a child to go up, and sometimes
Rotate
they'll be
y'all.
30 or 40 years old still in your house as a child, depending on how you raise them.
To answer your question, a male and a female don't fully develop their brain until the age of 25. Now, when you're talking about a physically of a woman, she
I'm
starts to
gonna
go.
bring you
They
back.
say she could complete her development by the age of 14 and 15. Now, if you think that a woman, but her boobs still grows into the age of 22, mentally she can still gain weight to up to 55. You know, it's so much goes on in a woman's body that y'all men have yet to realize or take accountable or just educate yourself on. She is not fully developed mentally
Well,
as both
I
men
hear
and
you.
women
I,
develop by the age of 25.
yeah, I
If
hear
not
you,
25.
and that all sounds good. But I know I can check the history books, and I know of great black women, awesome black women, who are some of our ancestors, who were able to have children, be married, raise families before the age of 21. And it's crazy to me how they didn't have half the education you did, none of the opportunities you did, and they were able to do it better. Their children came out better. Their situations and circumstances came out better. The black community was better. Everything was better. But all of a sudden, here we are now with more education, more everything, and now all of a sudden, y'all kids until you're 25? God damn.
I didn't say kids, but I'm talking about the body. A baby
Hey,
could be
I'm
born
not
with a
trying to change your
menopause.
mind,
Hey,
ma'am. I'm just
Gail.
trying
No,
to
no, no.
understand.
A
No,
baby could be
hold
born
on,
with a
guys. I just
menopause.
wanted
And
to
then after Omega gives us a little rebuttal, we're gonna hear from Silent Angel, then Candy. Now, Candy, I heard you say you got a lot to say, but I'm like they tell the preachers, you can't say it all in one service. Save some for the next one. I'm just playing. I love you. And then we got Angel, and then V Ray. Hey, V Ray, welcome back. Go ahead, Omega.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say much, but wish you a good night, Miss Netra, and also to the panel. I think this is a fair conversation we're having, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily the conversation to have when an ophilic relationship is the backdrop. Like, I really would, hopefully maybe you guys can stay on how inappropriate their relationship is. I think we can get into the tedious back and forth about when maturity and when age of maturity is good, but I don't want us to lose sight of this very
But
disgusting
doesn't that
open
all play
relationship.
in it? Because I think that's part of the conversation because she's 18 and he's 63. And I think that some of the war is she wasn't ready for marriage, maturity level. So why don't those go together? That to me, that's the focus of the conversation. One
Yeah,
is, I mean, I
I
guess
mean,
Also, we all
Nate,
agree that
you
he's a
really
pedophile. What's more to talk about? We all
no, I
agree.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think we would have a problem if the young lady was 18 and she married an 18-year-old boy and they were high school sweethearts. So I don't think anyone would have an argument about the
thank
maturity
you.
of the people getting married if they were both 18 or if
And
they were
Thank
both
you,
Omega,
19.
Nate.
Also, why don't we have this same vitriol and disgust when they're having kids at this age? When they're having kids at 16? Why y'all throwing parties and shit and being all supportive and shit when we got women, our girls, young ladies, having babies before they're 20 years old and before they graduate high school, before they graduate college? Y'all don't say shit about them not being mature enough and
That's what
you
my way
shouldn't have the
just said,
child.
though. My
You
way
shouldn't
just
have the
said that.
child.
Yeah, but I mean, I think. Okay, so I'll do this and I'll land because I know you got people in the queue, Miss Nietzsche, and I know my brother gonna keep stirring that gumbo while he here. I
No.
think I know you will. That's what you do. I know we're equally. I know we were all equally disgusted when we see young teenage girls have babies, but I don't like using one argument to convolute another. Like, okay, if you're upset when the police do something to us, why aren't you upset about black on black crime? I think those are
Oh,
two. I
thank
think yeah,
you.
I don't like when people do that because they're both equally things that are problematic, and they both earn their own separate discussion. So I think what you're talking about,
Thank
sir,
you.
has earned a separate discussion, but I
I
don't
like
want
this
to
popcorn.
lose sight of this O file that utilized his power and position in the church to basically buy a daughter from her parents. And that's what I came up to discuss. But I'm
Thank
gonna be
you, Renee.
respectful and entertaining. Miss Nietzsche is always good when I'm on your panel. This was good to me.
Thank
And
you.
then I'm gonna go I'm gonna go on mute. Good night to everybody else, y'all.
Thank you. So, Silent Angel, let me hear from you. And then Miss Candy. Angel, and then V Ray came up, and we'll have an empty seat in the house, y'all. Tap the screen. We're at 312. Deb wants 400K. Can we get to a milli? That's what we work on every time we go live. We're trying to get as close to a milli as we can, so y'all don't stop tapping. It helps push the live through the FYP and show them that we ain't over here on our bald headed host stuff. You hear me? We on our grown up tonight. We ain't playing with the kids tonight. Period, poo. Next caller. Hey, Silent Angel.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Pretty good.
That's right. I remember when I first got pregnant, I was 19. I was scared to death, tell my mother, but I was mature enough to know, to me at 19, because I had been through some things. Now everybody is not mature enough because you're well, the 60 thing, let me get that out first. That is disgusting. That is truly disgusting. 18 and 60. Disgusting. But I don't think, like they said, her mother and father was having counseling with the pastor, and I guess that's how she got to know him. But I'm gonna still say this: you as a parent should know if something, especially at these nowadays, should know if something ain't right with your child, or if somebody is showing too much more attention to them and everything. And that's how I am. I'm funny at the baseball. My little grandson is playing t-ball, and I don't like when the coaches be, you know, tapping them, and you know what I'm saying. I don't like that. I don't like that. I be on it. I be like, mm. I said, and I don't like that at 4 years old tapping on the butt. And I'm about ready to tell one of them coaches I don't like that. But to say that my son, well, she does not even. She looks like she is just out of sorts, the poor child. I'm going to say that because she does look like she's 14, 15 years old. But this had to be going on for a while for this just to happen in front of. I know she was 18, but it ain't no way, like someone just said on this panel, that the mother had to get her to the thing. No, some money or something exchanged for that. I that's period, Pooh.
Period. Period. Hey, Miss Beautiful. You so pretty. It's on you, and then it's on. Oh, is it on? Yeah, you then Candy then V Ray. Or am I doing it wrong? Candy then you then V Ray. Y'all let
I
me
think you
know.
said Candy and me. I can wait.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
Candy.
Miss Candy.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Miss Candy.
And as a woman growing up, and I'm 66 now, I was walking home and a pastor approached me, told me to get in the car for $100. I ran home and told my mother. And then to grow up and see another pastor said God told him to go get an 18-year-old virgin, but he was dating her mother first. Then he married this woman. They still together. You know, I question, why would I send my kids to this church when I can't even trust the pastor of the church? That's what we're talking about. He's supposed to be a man of God, but they say they come in sheep clothing. And that's all I got to say. It just amazes me that how these men could justify this pastor, a man of God.
What man justified this pastor?
You talking to Candy? What man justified the
Yeah.
pastor, Candy?
His deacons, the leadership that's on his board, the church members that are males
Oh, I was
and
talking about in
females.
this live. I thought she was talking about in this live. My bad.
Kev, I tried to bring you up. Okay, she dropped. Um, it's on you, beautiful. And then V Ray, we're gonna hear from you.
Hey, Mrs.Netra. Baby, I love you. I watch you all the time. I just stay clear of the mess and the drama. I
The
just stay
smoke.
clear of it. I came up two parts. One, you and I shared the teen mom story in common. And I had my first child at 15. I also moved out of my mother's house at 15. Got my own place. And I'm 49 years old. I have never been homeless. I've never lived with nobody. I raised my kids, and yeah, that didn't make me
a grown woman. That made me a mother.
Come on now.
A woman. And the reason it made me a mother is because I looked at everybody else that was around me and I was like, this is not what my child gonna be raised around. Like, I'm getting my baby far away from this, and we move far, 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 far away, like Fiona and Shrek did. That's what I did with my children. Amen. Praise the Lord. Now, I will tell you this as a pastor. I'm an ordained pastor. For those of y'all that don't believe in it, you can keep that smoke for yourself. Go study your Bible. Keep that smoke for somebody else. I was raised in the Baptist church. I was a child singer. That right there did not take place in our village. We were not allowed to be around male pastors. Even in our ministry right now to this very day, men do not lay hands on women.
Come on now.
Our ministry. If there's a woman that comes to the altar for prayer, we have other pastors under my spiritual parents, whereas pastor gonna call first lady or me or one of his daughters or somebody else to touch that lady, and he gonna stand behind us and pray for that lady. Now, my pastor and my first lady been married for 50 plus years, been in ministry 30 plus years, no scandal, no nothing. I've been knowing them since I was 6 years old. They in their 70s. So that isn't happening everywhere. However, what I will never do is invalidate the fact that has happened in churches I've been to.
Come on now.
I've seen that in churches I've visited. And the problem is this. If you are going to go into the house of God with your children, you better make sure your children are covered by the blood of Jesus at your house. Mm-hmm. Because you are sending them in to a place that is full of sinners. I don't know why people think the church is full of saved people. I don't know where that come from. People go to the church house to get saved, which means in the audience, you got every sin, everybody that done broke every 10 commandment, every lewd and lascivious act come through that door.
They in the pulpit too. They in the pulpit too.
Some of them up there too, but not in my church where I go. I'm going to tell you when I got approached by a pastor and it confused me because I had lived 30 plus years of my life and I never had a pastor say nothing to me out the way. And I was a child singer. I started singing at 2. I traveled to churches throughout the city, singing everywhere at 2 years old with a woman pianist. And we were only allowed, my mama only allowed me to get in the car with women.
Thank you, Janelle.
My pastor now was my choir director when I was 2. The boys got in his truck. The girls got in the car with his wife and his sisters. They protected us. Now, I did have that happen to me. I had them churches I was a minister at. The pastor walked in and said, I like you. And I'm so green. I said, I like you too, pastor. He said, no, I like you. I was like, I like you too, pastor. He said, no, I like you. I was like, whoa. I'm in my office.
Yeah, but you got to stay on mute. Stay on mute. It's good to us.
I'm in my office. I'm on the church finance team. I'm the church real estate broker. And I got ostracized. Do you hear me?
Yes.
The whole top floor of that complex was business owners from that ministry. They all turned on me. And he walked in my office and made a pass at me. And I ain't opened my mouth. So Saul is correct. So just like you, the problem is this. We are expecting, and I'm about to land my plane. We are expecting.
How did you feel when nobody believed you?
Hold on, Albert.
How did you feel?
Up here and jump and rope through the
Feel me? No.
Albert, we got 2 more people got to go for you. We wake up. V-Ray and Kevin got to talk.
I'm going to land my plane, baby, because Saul came for me real good and say he saw my real hand, my real teeth. And he was like, I'm going to leave her alone. This ain't my handle this week. But anyway, we expecting the teachers to teach our kids. We expecting the preachers to deliver our kids. We expect everybody outside of our 4 walls to be what we need to be. And that's parents. Point blank, period. I don't blame nobody for nothing that my children did but me. You know why? They was in my four walls, under my roof, and they had a daddy that came over and tat that behind when they got too old for me to do it. So it's healthy co-parenting. It's a whole lot of positive conversations we can have when we all on here talking about foolishness all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. And this is good to me. I'm mute my mic before South start talking about my wig.
Yeah, I cannot. Albert, we didn't tell you had to leave.
Said nothing about nobody.
This is good to us. So thank you for gracing the panel, everybody. Albert, we didn't tell you had to leave. We just said wait your turn and move up. That's all we were saying. V Ray, let me hear from you. It's been a minute, V Ray. Nice to see you up here.
Miss Netra, how you doing?
Good.
Evening to everybody. Look, y'all. Point blank. Period. This is like It's unacceptable. I think what this pastor did, he noticed that there was a point of access or where he could penetrate. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know all the details to the story, but if I'm not mistaken, he was counseling her parents. So no, I don't know what was going on in the marriage, but he sensed the point of access to where he sensed had influence over this little girl. And he had been looking at her prior to her turning 18. We all know that. So I think it was a great sinister plot. And if I'm not mistaken, I also heard he was a dean at a school, and he's been married multiple times, and he's dated students from the school
Crazy.
that he taught at. So, this man clearly has a pattern of what he does. And he may think he hit the jackpot, but this young lady, she's a young lady now, and she's not fully going to be developed. Her brain isn't fully developed until she's in her mid 20s. But I think that she may end up having resentment. This man, of course, is going to be old up in age if he lived to see it, as she continues to get older. And she may end up having resentment for this man. And you know what? I wouldn't even feel bad if she end up turning 25, 30, realize that she made the biggest mistake in her life. She didn't get a chance to live her life, and she choose to leave this man high and dry on his sick bed. I wouldn't even.
High and dry, he gonna be in the ground.
Well, if he's still breathing, you never know. Hey, you never know. But listen, I wouldn't even feel bad because he didn't give her an opportunity to fully develop. So if she has a change of heart at any point, he gonna have to eat that. He gonna have to eat all of that.
Yeah,
And,
he will not see her 30th birthday. He won't see that.
Nope. This is good to me. Kevin, bro, and then Duffy.
Hey,
y'all can talk when we ain't rotating. Y'all can just chime in,
I'm just gonna say hello, Netra and panel.
Hey,
my question is this, and I understand where Saul is coming from and Omega. Not one man who has discussed this topic condones it, accepts it, or is in agreement with it. But they're looking at it from an angle of, we can't go back 30, 40, 50 years on how our parents were brought up and try to relate that to today's times when we got all the resources, the technology, the education, and all of these benefits that we have now to prevent this type of behavior from any person. It comes from, where was the parenting, the dad?
There we go.
The mother.
Yeah.
That's where it starts from. It has nothing to do with anything else other than having a real family, a real father in the household. And this is speaking because I know Saul has daughters. I have 2 girls. If my girls would have ever mentioned some nonsense like this, it would have been a problem. It wouldn't even have been a holding of a hand from a pastor. And I can say that wholeheartedly. It would have been some serious issues and consequences. And I don't think the church would be standing right now. And I'm a Christian. That's where the problem is at. It's nothing about anything else. It's about where was the parenting, raising the children, girl or boy,
I see
before
what
this
happened.
happened. That's what the problem is.
You know what, Kevin? I think I'm starting to see
I'm gonna rotate you, niece, if
a
that's okay. I'm
pattern.
gonna go with that.
I think I'm starting to see a pattern because R. Kelly was the same situation. The mama was delivering them girls to R. Kelly.
But can we just say this? Because I heard that the parents went to the pastor for counseling for marriage. So
Oh
where were they?
Lord,
They were in his office. They were in this office more than likely getting counseling.
understand that, but what does that got to do with them
The
raising their
parents,
child?
the parents put them there. The parents put them there. They were young kids. The parents put them there. As a young kid, what will you know about what they're trying to do to you? Man,
So, in my mama's defense, I just want to jump in and say
wow.
something quick.
Wow.
My mother was a very strict, stern mama. I was a nerd in going to magnet school. I don't even know what happened. I just know my older sister was the one that
Thank you,
told me
Kim.
I was
Thank y'all
special.
for the gifts.
Okay. How old are
I was
you?
6 months before I told
Hold
my
on.
mama
I know how
because
old
I was
I
very
am,
scared.
but you know what?
Hold on.
I
Wait.
knew.
Let me finish.
I
Let me finish,
knew to
please.
protect my sisters, and I was the younger brother. I was the youngest brother.
Yeah, cut off
All
then.
my 5 sisters were older than me. I protected my sisters, and I was the youngest one. The youngest. The youngest. Come
But
on.
what I was
You
speaking to was
know.
what Saul
Hold
said.
on. You know what you
Well, you
do.
gotta hold on, Albert. Give her a second. Give her 2.2. You done took
Hey,
everything
I
from her.
I roll down. I roll with what I
Oh,
know. I roll with what I know,
What
and
is going
that's
on my
uh.
Albert, you drunk, Albert. Albert, you are drunk. You
Mute
need to calm
up.
down.
No, I'm good. I'm
No,
good.
you're not. You're not
It
good. I know a
Then I'm
drunkard when
telling
I
you to
hear a
mute
drunkard.
up. We're gonna have to let Calvin get your seat because we done talk. You took, can she finish?
I'm tired of drunk folk coming up here trying to express their mind. Y'all gotta do that another time. We having a sensible conversation. It ain't time for you to vent.
what Saul said was really real, and Saul can be hard on people. However, when he's speaking sense, I'm Team Saul. It does start at home. I had a mother that I was a nerd. My mama didn't play them games with me. I could not bring nothing home lower than a B. I don't even remember what happened. I just know my friends was doing something. I tried what my friends tried, and then my older sister told me, "Girl, you pregnant. You not gonna survive." And that was what I was terrified of. My mama didn't play, so I had that mother. I also had it in my village. I also had it with my uncles. I got big brothers that didn't allow me to wear my basketball shorts or my cheerleading uniform home from
Right,
school.
right.
So there you when Saul says it starts in the home, he's correct. But when you come up and say you a little brother, but you was protecting the big sister, baby, they was doing stuff in your face and you ain't even know. Cause you ain't know what they was doing. So when we have an equitable dialogue and speaking truth to situations, let's deal with the truth and the facts. Saul said something else I agree with. In the military, once you sign the papers, you are an adult.
Yeah.
You are an adult.
Thank you, Tip, y'all.
That's a different world than here. Over there, you grown at 17 if your parents sign the papers.
Thank you, Christella.
Here,
Thank you, y'all.
it's different.
Hey, Jerica.
So two things can be right at the same time. That's all I wanted to say. I knew where I messed up. So I made sure my sons didn't make the mistakes. And I'm going to tell you right now, anybody over the age, anybody 3 years over my son's age, looked at my sons, I let them know that I'm an expert marksman.
Thank you,
And
Tip.
that uniform taught me some stuff. And it was going to be furniture movement. Don't play with my sons. And they were boys.
Right. Y'all tap the screen. We trying to get to 400K. We got the mods. I do want to welcome our new mod, Jay the God. If you'll show a yellow heart down there, thank you. Welcome to the mod squad. This is good, y'all. We do have a new policy over here. 25 to drop them. Money talks bush. We got a pastor on the panel walks. So 2 hours to drop you, $50. You come right back and you stay for the rest of the day, and you can have good grown up conversation and get on their nerves because they drop you. We don't do multiple drops. We got some good questions downstairs, so y'all pay attention to the questions. We got a good panel. Confident is wanting to come up. Albert, I'm going to rotate you, but please come back. I do want you to come back, but Confident is in the queue. Y'all tap the screen. I think it's on LD and then Duffy.
Ooh, Albert was getting
Nitra,
on
can
my
I ask a
nerves.
question really quick for
Uh-huh.
everybody? This is like just a general question. Isn't there a code of ethics to some degree? And at church, like, is there a code of ethics? Was he a pastor or a bishop? Because I'm hearing some people say he was a pastor, some people say he was a
He's a
bishop.
bishop. He
Okay,
is
so
a
isn't
bishop.
there a
It's not a
code of
was.
ethics that they
He
have
is
to?
a bishop.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, confident.
I said he is. You said was as in past tense. He is a bishop.
Oh, he is a bishop. I'm sorry. I didn't know which one. They say some say pastor, some say bishop. But isn't there a code of ethics? Because to me, with the congregation, amen him when he was having this whole whatever he was having up there on the podium, uh in, on the podium on the stage, whatever altar, whatever you want to call it, because it wasn't. I don't know what type of church that is. To me, it probably was more like a cult. But anyway, no one stood up from the congregation. No one told him that this was, hey, no, this is, no one, not one person held him accountable in that congregation, and they were just all amen and all of this and all of that. Like, that makes me even more scarier to like what's really going on. Like, what's really going on in these churches? Not speaking on all churches, but we've already communicated that some aren't what they seem to be, or what they need to be. And I know it's a place for the sick, and for them to come and give their life to the Lord, get saved, and all of